What's going on, people? It is the first stream of the motherfucking year, bro. Feel like 2019 is straight fire, son. Um, no lie, I've just been so busy, and I know I say this every single week, but I feel like I've gotten more done in these last 2 weeks than I've done in a long time. I can't even remember. That's how hype it's been. By the way, thank you for the first like. Appreciate it. I'm actually shooting from a different area of my room, so I thought I'd just switch it up a bit. And for some reason, I keep on going out of focus. So, gotta make sure I'm in focus. But yeah, guys, one of the huge things that I've been really attributing everything to is like this Miracle Morning book. It's a great book, man. Because of it, I've just been reading so many books a week. I've been staying on keto. If you can't tell, this is how you know if I'm like currently dieting or anything like that. Like my jawline and stuff is a lot thinner and whatnot. So it's pretty funny. But yeah, man, I've just been hustling, doing this Miracle Morning every single morning. And I want to say out of all the routines, this one kind of combines everything. And I know right now, like, let me ask you guys, how is your New Year's going, first of all, right? I feel like, oh man, I haven't even told you guys like my goals for this year. And pretty much so far, I'm like right on track for hitting all of them. And it's so crazy, so fucking crazy, man. So I'll tell you this. I'll tell you what I'm doing differently this year, and then I'll tell you exactly how I'm implementing it and how I'm trying to get there. And miracle morning. I always fuck it up. I always say morning miracle when it's miracle morning, right? Whatever. It's an OG book, but basically, I have 3 goals for this first quarter. And I think like when people make New Year's resolutions and stuff like that, I'm gonna drop a video later on it. But basically, when people make resolutions, I always think about, oh, what am I trying to do by next year, right? Like December 2019, where do I want to be? And I've been there, dude. Like I have, it's really funny. I have my to-do list or things I want to get done from back when I was in high school. I made some general ass goals. It was just like get all A's in school or be better at martial arts. Not very specific, right? Horrible. Like that's the thing with me. I always get like shiny object syndrome and I always get distracted and I wouldn't set really clear goals. And one of my friends, Zach, he actually really helped me focus my goals down a lot more. And so they're a lot more tangible. So I really appreciate having him around helping me focus my goals. But some of my goals this year, I wanted to start making like stupid FU money going into 2019. And one of the major goals for me is by March 24th, 2019. It's so crazy because I know this date because I calculated it. I took out a calendar calculator and I just wanted something more tangible because I feel like 90 days, a lot more tangible than 1 year, than 365 days. Because it's kind of like those things where it doesn't feel that urgent, right? It doesn't feel that urgent, so you keep on putting it off, putting it off, putting off. And a year goes by and you don't hit any of your goals. And for me, like, that's happened so many freaking times. Like, if you don't have a time stamp with like any sort of urgency, that's what happens. And I wanted to change things this year, and it was really inspired by, yes, my friend Zach and my friend Joe Villagracia, who is trying to make $30,000 with his closing agency. So I thought, hey, or he's trying to make $30,000 with his marketing agency. And I was like, what happens if I could make $30,000 per month through my closing agency? What would that look like? Let's paint the roadmap to that. And so I actually literally gave myself a 90-day timeline, like I said, March 24th, 2019, to actually to make $30,000 per month through my closing agency. And I've actually been documenting and journaling every single day about my progress going so far. It's really, really cool. And that's where Miracle Morning has been coming into play, because I journal every morning or I journal every night, and it's just really great. So I've been vlogging and documenting every step of the journey. So that's the first 90-day goal, but sometimes like you kind of get lost at it, right? And one of the things I've been wanting to do is create like my own high ticket. Hey, by the way, thanks for the likes. Yes, we got the like train going. I don't know. I feel kind of awkward like asking for likes. So like whenever I do get likes, I'm pretty happy about it. You know what I mean? Like it's funny. And it's like one of those vanity things. Like a like is a like, but I don't know, it just makes me feel like hella great. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I was just really hyped to get to start my high ticket, which helps people get more clients, you know, and I'm like working that out. I don't want to reveal too much since that's still in the works. I'm literally doing my beta test right now, making sure that everybody's getting results in my course or my mentorship. So that's one thing. But the other thing was like, hey, I wanted 5 clients by the end of this month. And you know what? Dude, like we've been getting responses left and right. And literally we have, I don't want to say 3 onboarded clients, but we're in the middle of onboarding clients right now for those 3. So it's really, really cool, man. Like I'm just so blessed and it's really crazy. Like I feel like, you know, sometimes when you're in the throes of life, you forget that these micro movements that you do, these daily actions that you do actually have an effect on the grand scheme of things, right? So, yeah, man. And one thing that's been really helping me is like the miracle morning. And if you guys don't know what this is, it's basically like a morning routine. So they have this mnemonic called lifesavers. So I'll break each of them down, but basically like S stands for silence. So like meditation. A stands for affirmations, and I know affirmations seem kind of woo woo out and like kind of random, and you're just like, shit, you actually do affirmations? I'll get into that in a second. V stands for visualization, so visualizing what you're going to do in the day, what it's like hitting your goal, and really seeing that very clearly and vividly. E stands for exercise. Exercise. R is reading, so reading a cool like book or something like that. S is for scribing, so for like journaling and stuff like that. And honestly, it's really changed my life because uh, it gets all the important stuff that I need to out of the way before my day even starts, right? So usually it'll typically look like I'll wake up at 4 o'clock and I'll start reading. Oh well, first of all, I'll like hop out of bed and go brush my teeth because no one likes stank breath. Sometimes I'll take a shower. Really, actually, I do take a shower in the morning because especially if I go to jujitsu and stuff, I don't want to smell like ass. So I make sure I take a shower. I start off my morning drinking like almost 2 cups of water just to get like make sure that I'm hydrated and stuff. And first thing I do, I don't meditate, but I actually start reading. And I've been reading different books. Like, let's see, do I have any of the books? So close, but so far. I don't want to pull this fucking shit out, and I'm out of focus right now. Hold on for a second. Uh, 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 yeah, cool. So, sort of back in focus. Not, yeah, now I'm back in focus. But been reading like cool books like this, like about hostage negotiation and closing at the highest levels. I thought that was really cool. I've been reading that type of book. So, oh shit, I didn't even know my live chat wasn't popping up. Jenny is in here. Steve Edward, hey Kevin, what's up? Kevin Yi Defam D. Oh shit, I didn't know people were in here. That's so weird, bro. But yeah, I'm so glad that the people are in here. And then like I've been reading a lot of cool books like in the morning, and it just gets my mind thinking, right? I've been reading a lot of books on like vulnerability, like a lot of Brené Brown stuff. Been obviously I read this book, Miracle Morning. I've been reading The Go Giver and rereading a lot of like cool books. So that's been really helping me. I've also been scribing too because it forces me to think about, oh, what I do well today? Oh, what didn't I do well today? And I feel like sometimes, especially with people like myself, I don't always think about or celebrate some of the wins I had the previous day or focus on, hey, what is going right in my life and how do I show more gratitude toward that shit? And I know it sounds kind of woo woo, but it's like really about perspective, man. What I realize is that what I really what I realize is that gratitude is just perspective, because a lot of time it's just like when we're feeling like shit, we tend to be like not grateful about certain things, right? um and it's really helped me shift perspective, especially when you're in the throes of things, when life is just beating your ass up, and we all have those moments, like maybe you might get fired from your job, or you're not feeling too hot, or maybe you spill your coffee in the morning. It could just be as minor as that. Hey, what's going on, Abdullah? um Gratitude just helps ground myself. And even in business, like, I always try to remind myself of my accomplishments and my successes, even from the day before, no matter how small it is, because even micro progression is still progression. And I'm just like, dude, this is so, like, it's so cool, right? So I make sure to kind of make sure I journal every single morning, make sure I celebrate my accomplishments. And if I'm weak at anything, what are the steps that I'm taking to improve in that certain area, right? So recently I've been having a lot of energy management like issues. Kind of like I've just been really tired, even though I've been getting a lot of sleep. And it turns out actually I've been under eating. Fuck, dude, I was under eating. And so, yeah, I'm making sure that I like log my macros and stuff and make sure I get enough to eat every single day. So yeah, so that's like the other S, right, of savers. So it goes. Oh man, I gotta look at this, because I'm gonna keep on thinking and forgetting and stuff. So I do the reading, and the most woo-woo thing about like this whole lifesavers thing is definitely the affirmations and visualization. I didn't really understand why people would do something like affirmations and visualizations, but I think about it kind of like business, right? When you sign a business contract, when you sign a business contract, it's basically an obligation to yourself, an agreement with yourself that you're going to execute X, Y, and Z. And when I do affirmations, it sounds really, really weird, but like promising myself that, hey, Kevin will only eat like things that only nourish your body, that will stay, that will fuel your body, and make sure that, I forget what the affirmation was. Oh yeah, I actually have it right here. Like, one of the affirmations that I love is like, especially the health one. When it's like, what is it? Oh yeah. So maintaining optimum levels of health begins with putting healthy, energizing food in my body, such as living foods. So I'll place more value on the health consequences of the food that I eat than I do on taste, since taste only lasts for a few moments, but consequences of impact every area of my life and last a lifetime. And it's just like shit like that. I'm just like, damn, like if I'm ever looking at carbs or anything like that, I'm just like, no, Kevin, you promised yourself that you wouldn't do it. If this was a business, would you break that contract, break that agreement? And no, I would not. So it just has me like in this mindset where I can't break shit. And the whole visualization thing, I never really understood. Like, you hear about it in like pumping iron and shit like that. And it's just like, man, what the fuck is this woo-woo shit? Are people taking fucking shrooms or something like that? And now I understand, is because when you visualize what you have to do to get to your goals and what it's like getting to your goals and that whole process, it builds more clarity. And it's just like copywriting or anything like that. You need to just be crystal fucking clear about where you're going in life and what your actual goal is. Like, if I were to say like, yeah, I want to make more money, that's not a very clear goal. But when I make a smart goal out of it, and I'm just like, yo, I want to make $30,000 per month by March 24th, 2019. That's pretty damn specific. And I know the steps that I need to go to get to that number. So yeah, man, it's just really cool. So yeah, it's weird, like this visualization and affirmation stuff. Like, I thought it was very, very woo-woo and stuff. Same with like meditation. Meditation is really hard too. Uri Bulev says, "Hi Kevin, hey, what's going on?" Do you do future or present affirmations? For example, I am a millionaire versus I will be a millionaire. So I'll be honest, I just took affirmations from Think and Grow Rich. And I would say I do more present affirmations just because for me that seems a lot more tangible. And affirmations are kind of a new thing for me. Like I used to do it in Dan Locke's High Ticket Closer program, but I've been just experimenting with different affirmations, and I really like these like affirmations, right? Um, it's just like, what do I have control over now? What am I going to promise myself going forward? And am I going to break those promises? So I like those present affirmations, I guess. But I'll be honest, affirmations are really, really new for me. Same with visualization. You should try meditations. It helps you focus throughout the day. Actually, I do meditation. So that's actually what the first S is. It's silence. So sitting in silence, praying, meditating, focusing on my breath for 10 minutes. I usually do 20 to 30 minutes. And I realize like those days where I can't, like, I'm having so much trouble sitting down because I have like such a need to just like, sometimes I just have that need to just achieve right off the bat. And I'm just like, okay, I don't have enough time to do this shit. Like, I need to start working. I have to stop myself. And I'm just like, you know what, Kevin, like, this is how you get burnt out. You wonder why you get burnt out all the time is because you don't give yourself the time to meditate, to focus in, to dial in, to just just focus on the breath, man. It's been helping, like that has been really helping me and develop a different type of discipline. Like the other side, there's people in this world like me who just always take pride or get pleasure from always moving. And it's quite the opposite spectrum of the people who do nothing and like doing nothing. So it helps balance me out, if that makes any sense at all. Yeah. So wow, 20 to 30 minutes is seriously impressive. My brain's usually moving around 12 minutes. It's hard though. I'm not gonna lie, it's really hard. And sometimes like uh it depends on how busy I am that morning because I usually have a good sense of how much like time I have in that morning because every morning is a little different. I might have to meet with a client. I might have to take a certain call that I'm not ready for. So like I allocate different amount of times. And I think like when you're first starting out, and I'm not a meditation expert or anything like that, but I would say like doing a guided meditation, at least when you're starting out, helps so much for me. Like it's tough. It's initially pretty tough, but yeah, man, I'm still pretty new to meditation. I've been doing it for a little while, but I still feel like I'm very novice at it. You know what I mean? Like I've never gone to like a meditation like retreat or anything like that. Like that's not my thing, you know? So yeah, I'm still trying to get better, bro. And like when I hear stories about people meditating in the mountains and shit, like for years and years and years, I'm just like, how do they freaking do it, man? How do they do it? Like, dude, sometimes my brain is just buzzing everywhere. So I covered silence, I covered reading, I covered affirmations, I covered visualization, I covered journaling. Oh, and exercise, man. I have to say, recently, like until my left arm got injured pulling an Imanari roll, I know, doing fancy shit in jujitsu. Like I love doing this. Like I love going to the gym. I love going to barbell brigade and just working out. Ideally though, I would love to go hiking too in the morning, man. Like I would love to do like a hiking, go barbell brigade, go jujitsu, and that's it. But unfortunately, like since I wake up early and due to the time of my jujitsu class, I can't do that. So it's kind of a bummer, but yo, like I've been doing that routine and it just feels good. And usually in the morning too, I'll do like a yoga flow just to warm up and stuff like that before I start lifting. And it helps with like mobility and all that sort of stuff. And I've just been really loving it. You know what I mean? Like I do I'm on 531 still. Although it's not really working as much as before, but it's just the daily discipline of going into the gym and just waking up early and just like getting the hardest thing done out of the day. And what I realize is that I'm not so when I get the hardest things out of the way, I'm not so scrambly in like my business, my life, and all that sort of stuff, right? Does HTC not take up most of the time? You seem a lot more free than your pharmacy days. I would say it's different. You know what I mean? Like I would say like I have a lot more flexibility of my time. Because you have to realize I run a closing team. I am not like I can close and stuff, and I do take closing calls from time to time, right? But I run a closing team, so I'm always trying to think of how do I get more clients? How do I feed more of my team? So I'm more of like a I hate it when people call themselves as like a CEO or whatever, but essentially that's what I am, you know, like I'm either like a client partner or I don't know, but that's essentially what I do. I help look for clients and stuff and just talk to people. And like, you know what's so funny? I'll tell you something really interesting about looking for clients. The less I try, the more that seems to come to me, if that makes any sense. When I really wanted clients, shit never happened that way. Like, dude, it's so funny how life is sometimes. Like, uh, yeah, I don't even look for clients these days. These days, I just talk to different businesses, and if it makes sense, like we end up doing business, you know. And I just try to help people, and I think it's just like that's the beauty of life, man. Like, I know like I have two clients I'm trying to onboard right now. Two in the we're in talks. So I'm already like, dude, it's only the sixth, and I have only one more client that I really need to really secure and stuff, and it's really cool. And we have a lot of other businesses that we are in the middle of talking to. So it's pretty cool. It's like we're building up that pipeline. It's I don't know, man. It's really crazy. Like when what's that expression? When it rains, it pours. Oh, thank you for the like, by the way. Shit, thank you. You seem a lot more free. Oh yeah. Any tips on finding clients? As for tips for finding clients, go to fishing holes, bro. Like literally go to the fishing holes. And I would even before you even do that, like take a look at around in your businesses, right? Who do you know that has a business that you're not like? I wouldn't even say like look for a business with a high ticket offer, but go to a business that you like, someone that you know has a business, and talk about their business. See just how they're doing. Like I think part of it is just being very non-attached, like to the sale and stuff, and just talk to different businesses and see like what they need help with and any of that. So I like doing that just because it gets you in the mindset of like assessing like, okay, what is a good fit for this business, what isn't a good fit for this business, right? And starting there. And if they ever ask what you do, you can let them know, but focus more of the conversation on them. And you're gonna, by the time, like every single conversation I have usually ends up like this: wow, Kevin, you've added so much value to me, or you're like I want to give back to you too. How can I help? Well, one of the things that I do is like I run a closing agency, I run a marketing agency. um I run a marketing agency. So like I would love to, like if you know anyone that might benefit from talking to me, not even my services, that might benefit from talking to me, then I would just love that. I don't even really want to sell people stuff. You know what I mean? And that itself, it adds so much value. But if you don't know anyone, first thing, go to fishing holes, bro. Like where do high ticket businesses go? Where do businesses with high tickets go? You bet your ass a lot of them are going to be at Funnel Hackers Live, or a lot of them might be at Jason Capital's event. You know, there's so many different fishing holes that you can go to, right? And I mean, Dan always talks about it too. Like, and of course, it goes a lot more in depth, you know. And I do have my strategies and stuff that I will share eventually, but I'm just not ready now because I strongly believe too, like, you know, I have my own influencer outreach team and stuff like that, and uh, a lot of stuff that we're trying to make sure not keep it a secret per se, but we're trying to test things out to see if certain hypotheses work or not. You know, so I feel like sometimes like I'm a mad scientist, like in the lab, you know, and just trying different things and trying different techniques and stuff like that. So yeah. If you wanted tips on finding clients, that's a little bit what I do. I was a car salesman for a few years in school, and I feel like I developed basic sales skills. I really want to find an influencer to expand on these skills. I think like, dude, I have zero sales experience, man, and I think that's the thing, right? It depends like the type of style you have. So like what I'm like learning to appreciate now is like, okay, you see the people like Dan Lok, right? Then you see people like how Jordan Belfort closes, and then you see people like Grant Cardone. They all have different styles of closing. It's very very interesting, and they all like. And here's the thing, it depends, their style depends on the, not, it's not like one style is good or bad, but you have to realize the point in the sales cycle or the point of the marketing or where they actually are when you talk to them, right? I would say Grant Cardone, he's like very very like, I don't know that much about Grant Cardone. Like, I'm just going based off the videos I've seen of him. I have his 10x book in my bookcase, but it's like, okay, he's very cold cally, typical American salesman, and that works at that interaction, right? I mean, he wouldn't be popular if it didn't work. Dan Lok, he does high ticket. So basically, when you have sufficient marketing and all that, it's more of the back end, right? And when they're really, really warm, that's where that style predominates and does really, really well. Jordan Belfort, I'm still watching a lot of his new stuff. You know, what I mean, he seems kind of like aggressive. I would probably put him more toward like Grant Cardone style, like typical sales style, and very, very like not super, super aggressive, but yeah, I would say so. Yeah, but I mean, all those things are good, and it's just like, okay, when you're looking for an influencer too or a client, part of it is, I think part of it is their style too. The If you're looking for a client, it's their style of closing, because some people are definitely a lot more like, hey, let's get this done, like Grant Cardone type of thing, like let's move it along. Other styles are a lot less needy and non-pushy, and what I like to term authentic sales, authentic closing, just like authentic marketing. Like there's certain styles like that, and certain businesses will prioritize one thing over another, right? So yeah, man, it's just like, dude, I'm learning this shit on the fly, bro. Like I think like Dan Lok was a great springboard for me, and I continue to learn from him still. But I think like the best teacher in life, and this is what my strength finder says too, they experience will be your best teacher. There's no substitute for action. The reason why Dan is so good is because he has tons and tons of experience. The reason why Grant Cardone is good is because he has tons and tons of experience. These are like, experience is what makes mentors, what makes masters, and I'm really getting there, like understanding, like, even though I'm not necessarily on a closing call, I'm always using closing skills all the time, like with my team, with with people, with business owners, just to get to know people on a deeper level. And I feel like I was always very natural at it. Actually, it's really, really freaking crazy, bro. The gem is knowing your audience. Yes, the gem is a great framework, actually. But I think there's another level to it. My friend, he's my consultant friend, like on my team, and he was breaking it down. And honestly, he's like, it's not even on my team. He's like a partner of mine, and I learn from him all the time. So like, dude, sometimes people are just like, yo, I'm leading this team. I can't, like, I'm teaching my teammates. No, I actually learn a lot from my teammates too, because we all have different experiences. And I think it's really important not to have that strict hierarchy. Like, dude, I learn from my consultant guy all the time, and he always talks about Tracom. It's a consultant type of training, but it's like, imagine if you're from Dan Lok Circle, then you'll understand this analogy. So you have like the sapphire, pearl, ruby, emerald, right? So you have that, and that's a basic personality test. Now let's take one level deeper and take those same gems, and that is basically how they make their decisions, if that makes any sense, right? So for example, I'm sapphire as fuck. I'm pretty sapphire, I'm pretty pearl. But especially back in the day, like you take any Asian, no matter how sapphire they are, if they grew up in a traditional Asian household, and I know I'm stereotyping and shit, but this is for example, right? If you grow up in an Asian household and you bring money in the picture, how they make their decisions is more emerald like. So if you can differentiate the personality and how they make their decisions, that really helps out a lot, because somebody could, true personality could be very sapphire, could be very ruby. And if you add another layer behind it, how they make decisions could be very different too. And that's why, like, if you go through closing calls, you'll see the ebb and flow of the gems and stuff like that. Like, somebody might transition into more emerald when you bring money in the mix, you know? And it's just like, oh, I'm starting to see all these like cool nuances, and it just feels like, I don't know, it feels like fucking Tai Chi or Jiu-Jitsu, bro. Authentic marketing, love that. Yeah, I am not going to take credit for that. I want to I'm going to tell you, I don't know if he termed it, but Joey Persa, Why Do You Hate Money? Actually, I read his book and I got it from there. So, by the way, I'm very, like, one thing I do very differently from Dan Lok too, like, because he gets a lot of his ideas from other places. But I think one thing for me that's really important is just to like give credit where it's due. And if I got an idea from somewhere, like Joey, right, I want to give him credit, just like how I always give credit to Dan Lok, like if he taught me something new and stuff like that, or if I figured something out through experience, I'll let you guys know all the time, just so that you guys can reference the original source. Because sometimes, like, I don't know, a lot of people steal shit. I don't think that's cool. Like, I don't like that. That's why I'm all about authentic marketing. You'll never see me use, like, in the future, you're never, I don't think I'm ever going to be that type to do the proof app or anything like that, to have like fake sales and stuff like that, or fake testimonials. Like, that to me is not real, and I'm not about that. And same with goes with closing. Authentic marketing and authentic closing, bro, those are two things I stand by. You know, I love authentic marketing, authentic closing, because dude, there's so much fake shit out on the internet, man. And doesn't that drive you crazy? It drives me crazy, because it gives marketers a bad name. It gives like closers a bad name. And yeah, I just feel like everybody's being like fucking Dan Lok, man. I'm going to create a video on this too. But I feel like everybody's trying to be like Dan Lok, and I'm just like, no, bro. He just gives you the framework to really kind of discover your closing style. And I think since HTC, when I first started HTC, I was very Dan Lok-esque, you know, like, which wasn't me. It didn't feel right. And whenever I did it, I failed miserably. I remember I was trying to be like Dan Lok-esque when I was first closing and stuff, and it didn't work out at all. So Sapphire Pearl, says Yuri. Awesome. Ruby Pearl Ruby here. Yeah, I find whenever I subconsciously try and trick the other person instead of being honest and authentic, I lose the sale. Yeah, man, it happens. And it's just like, I think it goes back to like human survival things, right? I think a lot of people, not everybody is very EQ, like has high EQ, but like for me, like I think like I think a lot of us know when people are bullshitting. Like, for example, if you guys watch the Chris Watts, do you guys know who Chris Watts is? He actually was the guy who murdered his wife and two children. Poor kids, by the way, man. Like, he dumped his wife, pregnant wife, by the way, buried her in a shallow grave at work, and then he dumped the two girls in the oil tanker and shit. Man, it was a really sad story, but it's very interesting. If you watch that video of him, like, with the police officer, the body cam of the police officer, you can see how he reacts. And there's certain tics, like not only physical tics, but if you close your eyes and listen to the story, and even listen to the story when he's just like, please come back home. I miss you. Home is not the same without you. You can tell there's some authentic qualities to that. And I don't know, I just love studying that and seeing what makes people tick. Like how do you know if somebody's being authentic versus inauthentic? And that's why I'm a huge fan of Brené Brown's work, because if you want to know everything about authenticity and shame and guilt and basically all the shit that Asian parenting fucks you over with, Brené Brown is a person to go to. She is so legit. I love her writing. I love her shit. Jesus, I thought you were going to say Chris Watts was an influencer or something. That took a dark turn. Yeah, because I don't know why. Like, dude, it started popping up on my YouTube recently. I was like, oh shit, who is this person? Because I was studying, I think I was watching Charisma on Demand or something like that, or Command. Can't remember that. But I was watching that channel, and then all of a sudden it started popping up this Chris Watts shit. And Chris Watts is definitely not an influencer. He's like serving life right now. It's pretty crazy. Any book recommendations on human psychology? If you guys like closing and stuff, if you guys are in HTC, and I know a lot of you guys are in HTC, but bro, read this book, Never Split the Difference. It's a great book, because here's the thing, right? We all learned from Dan Locke's course, like, okay, if it's not the right fit, walk away from the deal, right? But what happens, and I'm not saying that doesn't work, but what happens if you took that stipulation, took that condition out where you could not walk away from the deal? How do you still get what you want? And there's no better way than FBI hostage negotiation. Like I tell people, you're not going to tell people to kill half the hostages and split half the money, and we'll just call it even. We're not going to call 50-50 on that. What do you do when you can't walk away from a deal? And I think this book was so great at it. I love this book so much. They have all the things like a counterfeit yes and all that. I don't recommend a lot of sales books. I honestly bought Zig Ziglar's Closing the Sale or Closing the Deal or some shit like that. I returned it. I don't ever return my books, but I thought it was complete trash. I'm sorry, I just thought it was trash. And a lot of people are going to be like, man, you dissed a classic, and what kind of salesperson are you? Or what kind of I'm not a salesperson, I'm a closer. And at the end of the day, I'm not even a closer. I'm more of a consultant, bro. I find the right things or right solutions for people's problems, and that's what I really do. So I would say on closing and stuff, I really like Never Split the Difference. It's really a book that screams deep in my heart. I literally have human psychology textbooks too. So that, I don't know. One thing I would ask is just okay, Yuri, I would love to know what is something that you would like to learn from a human psychology book? What is the actual benefit that you want to get from a human psychology book? Because then I could probably provide a recommendation. Dude, I look hella fat because of this huge ass shirt now. Dude, I've been losing hella weight too. It's so crazy, bro. Especially after doing Morning Miracle, I just haven't wanted to break. I don't know what kind of English is that. I just haven't wanted. I haven't been wanting to break keto for a while, because it's kind of I have that momentum and I keep on going and going. I want to see how long I can go. I feel like it can help in sales and negotiation. 100,000% this will help you with your sales. And just talking to people. He talks a lot of the similar concepts. I wouldn't be surprised if Dan Locke took a lot of the concepts from here. He talks about tonality. He talks about Chris Voss talks about different voices, right? He has the late night DJ voice, and then he has the friendly voice, and then he has the authoritative voice. And he always says, don't use your authoritative voice. It kind of reminds me of Asian parents, right? How do Asian parents influence action? Well, it's never the way they fucking talk to you, because they always tell you, hey, honey, do that, do this, do that. Oh, dude, when I hear that shit, I'm just like, fuck, dude, you do not know how to influence people, And it's just damn. But imagine when you have a kind of positive positive, upbeat voice. That's great for a surface level, like getting to know each other, building rapport. And as you get to know someone, you start slowing it down, and then you start using your late night DJ voice. You know, it's a lot lower, it's a lot slower. You know, like you might ask questions like you wouldn't ask someone like, "Hey, how's your night going?" when you first meet them. That like instant creeper like alert, bro. Like you do that on a girl, they're gonna be like, "Yo, you a fucking creep." But it makes sense. Like after you've been talking, "Hey, what's going on? Tell me about your business, man." Okay, cool. Like so you feel like you're struggling with sales. Why is that? Okay, blah 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 blah. And so let me ask you, if we were to have a closing team, how would that help your business get to XYZ? Oh, interesting. See, that's when you use the late night DJ voice. You don't use it. You don't use a positive voice, like a positive upbeat voice when they're talking about level 3 pain, when they're like when they're so like when they're talking about their parents like struggling and stuff. You're not going to use the upbeat voice and stuff. Use a late night DJ voice, and it's really cool. So it's a different framework, but you can see the similarities, and I love this book. Like this is like one of the best books like I ever had. Maybe I'll put it in descriptions. I'll put an affiliate link in the description, but it's great. Great book, man. Like talks about the black swan, the counterfeit yes, the counterfeit yes, which is funny, and he teaches you how to call that out and what to look at, right? So counterfeit yes is when somebody says yes just to get out of the conversation, and I think we've all done it, like not only with closing and sales, but we've done it to get out of awkward situations, especially like your parents. Yes, 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 I understand. That's the counterfeit yes in action, right? And then there's the confirmation yes, like, hey, are you hungry? Yes or no? There's that. And then there's the I forget what he calls it, but the committed yes. And it's just like this is when they're truly, truly committed at the end of the call and they actually sign the contract. So it's really cool. European parents are the same, says Europe. Depends what kind of dude. I think the Eastern European parents, I would not be surprised, bro. There's something about that Eastern Europe is, man, like they are fucking tough as nails, bro. Always start with a building report voice and then turn doctor mode. Well, I am a doctor, so it comes natural to me. Oh, any major goals for 2019 that you're comfortable sharing, Kevin? Yeah, I said it at the beginning of the stream, but basically, I know you weren't here, so I'll tell you straight up. My goal for March, my 90-day goal, because I don't like to think 2019 December, right? That's too far. It's not tangible. So, like, my 30-day goal is to get 5 clients, five, like 2 B2B, which I have right now, and 3 B2C. So I have about 2 onboarding right now and 2 more that are in the works. We're just determining like they want to work with us, but it's just like, okay, what is the course of act, like what is the next action steps that you want us to do? What's fulfillment of work and stuff like that? What does that look like? So we're doing that right now. This is looking pretty good. It's only the 6th, like today's the 6th of January. We're doing pretty fucking good. I'm pretty happy about that. So there's that. By my birthday, I want to launch my mentorship, my high ticket mentorship. Very, very, very high touch, extremely high touch, because that is my number one strength. Can't wait to launch it. I'm going to be looking for marketers very soon. I have a few marketers in mind that I want to help me launch this. I think. Oh yeah, and yeah. So just like you, mine is 30K per month by March 24th, 2019. So yeah, like dude, it's definitely possible. Like honestly, like with the size of my deals right now and the way it's looking, it's gonna be super, 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 super possible, man. And it's just like I think I was always really scared of making goals because I was scared of committing, because I was scared that I believed that I would never hit my goals. But ever since I set my goals and kind of made it out loud, and I wish I could show you my screen. Oh man, I wish I opened up my other app. But basically, I would show you my journal right now of what I'm going through, what I'm doing, and all that. So yeah, hello, your stubble beard growing. Good, keep at it. So I actually shaved the bottom. I've been trying to shape it a little more, because I grow a really nice chin strap. But I want to say, like, honestly, like for me being bald, like I don't like the super clean like bald look, but I do like a little bit of stubble, bro. So thank you, man. Appreciate it. But those are some of my goals. Maybe fucking show up to like jujitsu promotion. Um, yeah, I think like those are my Q1 goals. I just want to focus more on that. I think later in the year, depending our performance, when we do hit 30,000 per month, I really want to like, and that's me. I want to make 30,000 a month just on my not. I'm not including affiliate. I'm not including any other source of income. I'm just including just the closing agency itself. And yeah, like I just want to be making that much money, and I want to do a retreat for my team and truly live a life of abundance, man. I think it'll be great. Like that, I want to go to like Bali or like somewhere very chill or something like that, or maybe a hype ass city. I would be down with Vegas too. Like honestly, I would be down to fly everyone to Vegas and just like fucking party and shit and just do some nice stuff together. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter where we go. I just want to just be together with my team and just pay back those people that have put a lot of sweat equity and have believed in me since the beginning. Right? That's the most important thing. And then from there, maybe like we'll delve into like we'll go down the wealth triangle. So like maybe real estate syndication and stuff like that. Like just a few things I want to do, but haven't really thought that far. I mean, one step at a time. And I like to take things in 90-day sprints, right? Rather than just like full year right now. Eventually, I know I will have like, I'll think longer and longer term, the more advanced I get as well, you know? What did you hear about the valuetainment vault? I don't know too much about valuetainment. Like somebody told me it was like an MLM, and I have no idea, bro. What do you mean by high touch mentorship? I'll talk about it a little bit more once it's more developed. I have a really strong concept, but I'm just like until my beta class is done, because I do have students in it right now. Until that beta class is done, I probably will not really go into depth about my mentorship and stuff. I'm confident you'll reach your goals, man, because you're doing it just not for yourself but for your team. Different feel. Adrian, yeah, you're so right, bro. Like I think when I was early in my entrepreneurial journey, and even like when I was in Dan Locke's like HTC, I would say like my goals were pretty not selfish, but self-focused, right? And the more advanced I get, the more I interact with my team. I'm just like, damn, a lot of these people, they have such big dreams, and it mean the world to me if I could help give it to them, help enable that dream and stuff like that. And it's just really cool. I just want to move on to bigger and better things, and just I'll be honest. I would do this for free if I really like. If it was if I didn't have any bills to pay, I would do it for free, man. Or I know Dan Locke says that you do you value what you do so much that you would charge or something like that. I know I'm breaking one of the HTC rules right now or something like that, but or his concepts. But yeah, man, it's such good. I'm so rewarded every single day because I get to meet really intelligent people. I get to challenge myself every day. I'm constantly learning. Like, dude, and I get to be very high touch, meaning when I say high touch, by the way, I mean like I get to meet people on a very consistent basis and just talk to people. You know what I mean? Like there's no better feeling than that. And like even now, like I get to do what I want, man. I can go clubbing if I want. Like financially, I'll be honest, it's kind of tough sometimes. Like I'm not living a baller lifestyle. I went from a 6 figure to 0 figures to like 5 figures, right? Like I'm not talking like high 5 figures. I'm talking about like, well, let's see. I would have to calculate it, but I'm not like balling like people. Like I never wanted to portray that via Dan Lok. But the potential of making a lot of money really quickly, it's not too bad for being in business for just like a few months, bro. Like I had my first close in July, and right now it's January. And so ever since my team really expanded, we're doing more and more and more, and it's really cool. Like I feel like we're just, it's not like, hey guys, we got 5 years down the pipeline until we hit our goals. It's gonna be like, um, it's gonna be like just like a month or two, and then we're off to races, and we're going to be providing so many opportunities for the people in HTC and the people around us, and people who say that, oh my god, it's so funny too. Like I'll tell you this, I got called out like by this YouTube channel who did like a review on Dan Lok, who never even bought the fucking course, and basically called, like, was talking mad shit, and I confronted them, and they still haven't responded to me. But it's just like, dude, for people who say that it's a scam, or like, and I've been seeing this trend a lot recently where there's a lot of channels just saying like, hey, blah 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 is a scam, and they never even bought the fucking course or bought the program. How do you fucking know if it's a scam or not? And what I realized is just like, yo, Dan Locks is not like a magic pill or anything like that. And I think a lot of people go into a program. That's why people end up very disappointed with it. It's a great program. It's one of the best programs I bought, but it's not going to change your life like that. What it will do is change your mindset going, like, approaching business, and teaching you a skill that businesses that actually need. And through the mindset shift, through the mindset change, hopefully you will take enough action where you can generate results. Because let's be honest, I mean, most people, they just sit on their TV and just watch shit all the time, and they don't learn, they don't absorb anything, they don't learn anything. And it's just like, man, like, you wonder why people don't get results, man. Like, dude, for example, I could buy all those books in my thing, in my bookcase, and not read a single one. Am I going to get any results doing that? Hell fucking no. Hell no, I will not get any results just by buying something. You have to be very active about something. So that's a mindset that you have to have. And I think, like, if you're unable to apply the sales lessons that Dan is teaching, that's on you. That's like 100% on you. You have to make sure that you're super Asian about it, and you get every single scrape every piece of value from the program. And I know that for me, for this program, this was the first program that I really got every piece of value out, and I try to implement as soon as possible rather than wait, and that's why it was magical, because it was a very live program. It was a very dynamic program, very strong support system. And yeah, if that doesn't get you joined HCC, then I don't know what will. No, just kidding. Hashtag affiliate link. No, but I'm just saying, like, it gives you, like, you're left with such a great skill, and a skill that really not only improves, like, your personal life, your family life, every single, it can benefit so many people. And it's just like, at the end of the day, it's just communication. Like, communication of, hey, this person is lying. Do they not feel comfortable around me? Or do they not feel comfortable about this? Should I give them a way out? You know what I mean? It's just like, dude, I've learned so much through this journey, man. It's been fucking ridiculous, man. I haven't even looked at the comments for a while, so. Do you feel like the title of high ticket closer is watered down because of ease of access to a program? 100%, actually. I actually don't market myself as a high ticket closer anymore. I used to, like, in the early days, and you got to realize the program is expanding, and there's no way that it's really hard for them to do quality check on making sure that the people that say that they're doing high ticket closer are actually like good, because I've seen a lot of shitty pitches, like very needy, very annoying, very salesy, and they do not embody like the style that Dan Lok has, right? I don't fuck with it, and that's why I don't label myself as a high ticket closer. You take a look at my profile, I took all that stuff down. Not to say that I don't respect Dan Lok. I love Dan Lok, but I have to do it if I want certain clients, right? And I feel like there's just been a lot of desperation money going around where people are just so desperate to get any client and stuff. And it's just like, dude, that is not from your higher self. That is truly from your lower self. There's one way to guarantee a course won't work for you. Go into a course thinking it's a scam. Lol, you just played yourself. Yeah, and it's so funny, man. Like those people, I don't know if they're waiting or what's going on, but I just want to go on the channel, not to start not their channel. I want to do it live here so I can because I know myself, I'm not gonna edit the content out of context. I'm just gonna do it live and see what they say. And I'm going to leave my 2 cents and just be like, hey, this is what I got. This is what the program really is. This is like, I'm not a Dan Lok fanboy. I respect Dan Lok a lot. He's still my mentor, right? But the real question is why are you guys reviewing courses or like talking shit about courses if you never fucking took it before? Bro, like it's like why you even do that? That's like you're making, I don't know, man. It's just like bad. It's just bad, bro. And I just see this all the time. Even for Billie Jean is marketing, man. I was looking at his shit because I was doing SEO and I was trying to get that vlog ranked and stuff. And man, like there's all these reviews saying that Billie is a scam and shit like that. And I'm just like, bro, this is so fucked. Like you never even took the fucking course. How can you make a judgment call, man? Like, dude, it's like, he does this marketing, has this mentorship, and how do you know if it's gonna work? He says, like, dude, it's just like, oh god, man. It's just like so many people just don't know, they don't have the self-discipline to actually execute. Like me, I'm not a special dude. Yes, I went through pharmacy school and stuff, so I know how to study, I know how to implement, I know how to do all that, man. But it's just like when you get mass market and you're growing so quickly, it's like you get all these people that just don't know how to act and they're just not ready for the medicine yet. You know? I don't know. Like, guys, do you guys feel like this? Those who are in Dan Locks or any other program, it doesn't have to be Dan Locks. But do you guys feel the same way? Because I feel very strongly about this. Like, dude, you do not deserve an opinion until like you actually go through a course and you actually like go 100%, man. And then you can say it's a scam. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you one program that fucking sucks. Altucher Alliance by James Altucher. I'm not a huge fan of that. Is it a scam? I wouldn't say, but it's very undervalued, honestly. I haven't gotten the value out of it. And maybe that's my fault, but I've actually paid money. I paid like 4 G's for that shit. And I'm just like, wow, what a waste of money. I should have paid it for, should have did HTC or something else like during that time. But that's what happens. Like, I guess like for myself, like, I think it's, here's the thing. What I really mean is the copywriting is great. The copywriting is gold because it got me to buy, right? But I'm talking about the program itself, the actual content of the program, trash, bro. trash. And I bought really shitty programs. Like I know the good programs. I know the okay programs, like, and it changes as you get more advanced too, right? So it's like Adrian says, it's like paying for a gym membership, man. Paying won't get you results. You gotta show up and put in the work. Exactly. Adrian gets it. Same deal with Ty Lopez, especially for him. I bought his program. It was pretty good. James Altucher, bro. Don't even get me started with James Altucher, bro. Like, I love his content. Like, I love his blog. He was on Ramit Sethi's Brain Trust. So I was like, man, this guy like must be pretty good, must be pretty legit. And I'm not saying he's not legit, but I'm just saying he produced like Altucher Alliance is just like shake my head, man. I just mark as read all the emails because like back during the whole crypto thing and all that. But he works with Agora Financial, so pretty good marketing move, man. I like Agora Financial has some of the best like copywriting, by the way. So I like to study them. But I'll be honest, like that is the kind of marketing that I don't fuck with. Like I don't like inauthentic marketing, and I feel like it's very salesy, very scarcity driven, very like I don't know. But who knows? Because I'm the fucking guy who doesn't have millions of dollars, bro. I'm like the broke, authentic guy, but I want to change the way, like one of my big whys in life is business is done forever. Like, why can't we have good guys in business? Why can't we, like, why does business have to have such a shitty stigma? Because we have so many fucking assholes in business. And when we saturate the market with like good people, good-hearted people who want to help people in an authentic way, who want to help people unconditionally, right? Bro, who are they going to choose? A fucking asshole? Or are they going to choose the go-giver? Right? They're always going to choose the go-giver because no one wants to work with assholes. But maybe the market is just flooded with them, and maybe that was this status quo of how to do business before. Well, why can't we do something different? And maybe I'm just fucking crazy, but I don't think so. Not this time. I was wrong about a lot of things. I loved his books, but when he started sending me emails about buying scammy cryptos, I was done, bro. That's how I bought into Altucher Alliance, because I was just like, you know what, he has this crypto program. I actually implemented it. I made okay money. But what he does is just leverage things out, right? So what he does is just like, oh, I want to introduce my friend X, Y, and Z, and then basically he takes over that pillar of content, right? So yeah, it was like I remember his ads. Who's this like crypto genius or whatever? He has a lot of good ideas and stuff, but man, like I don't know, his kind of, is it a scam? I don't think it's a scam, but it's very undervalued. I'll put it like that. So I normally love James Altucher, but I love his articles. But man, people are asses because of what you said, desperation money. Yeah, it's really bad, man. And plus, like I'm friends with not a lot of like big known people, but I'm friends with like a lot of different people. And when I hear them getting pitched by shitty HTC people, it makes me really sad, honestly, because this program was the program that really helped transform me, bring me up to the next level. And I just see so many people like treating Dan Lok like Jesus, bro, like God. I'm just like, yo, guys, chill. He's like a normal human being. I value his content. I value everything that he puts. Like, I do not knock his hustle, but like, dude, if you idolize people like that, you will never become like them. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like when you position yourself as a fan, or you're already positioning yourself at lower status, right? Um, like I know right now in my stage right now, I'm not a Dan Lok, right? I'm not at his level right now. But I know, like, for myself, like as he grows, I will grow. As he grows, I will grow, you know? And it's not only Dan Lok. I don't think Dan Lok is going to be my end all be all mentor, right? Like he's a really good guy. I love him. Uh I'm so grateful for everything that he's like really helped me through. But who knows? Like it's just like relationships, right? Like there's an ebb and flow of relationships. And I feel like each day I'm learning so much from different people. And I'm also learning a lot from experience, right? Like I said, I'm learning a lot from one of my members on my team, and he like, dude, I scored a home run finding him. And not like it wasn't my intention to just be like, hey man, I want you for my team. It's just like, dude, we just kick it. And if you want to know like how people get on my team, you know what it is? We just fucking kick it. We just talk, we just vibe. And if we get along, then and you need help or something like that, that's how it ends up, right? It's never like, oh guys, I need XYZ role play. Because here's the thing that I truly believe. Sure, there has to be a level of competency if I'm going to give you to a client, right? But that can all be learned. It's just that's just skill building, which can always be learned. How much time? Sometimes it can be a long time, but I'm in it for the long term. Like when you're in things for the long term, like long term relationships, long term everything, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Like I'm a lifelong mastery type of thing. I'm not just like a hit and quit type of thing. And that's also another positioning that I do when I'm going into businesses as well. Like I want to position myself as like, hey, You know, if you need quick money, no, I'm not for you. My team is not for you. We're all about impact. We're all about adding so much value and changing people's lives and going to people development, man. That's what I'm really about. So I love seafood, but he's human too. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, bro. Um, I'm actually a crypto trader, so I was in the space. Bro, crypto's bleeding like crazy, bro. So yeah, man, Adrian, I know we're like friends on Facebook. We definitely gotta chat, bro. Like I would love to just chat with you one on one, man. People are my influencer complains all the time about how there's so many HTC people pitching him and coming at him at the same time, straight into the discarded pile. Yeah, it's so bad, and it's just like I'm not blaming Dan Locke and stuff and HTC and all that, but it is a huge problem. I don't know what to do about it. That's why I created that video, like what is high ticket closing, making fun of all the people pitching. And I call people out, dude, when I see a bad pitch. I called someone out like um back when I was HTM. I called someone out for cold pitching my friend. You know, like that was not cool. Like the approach was very impersonal. And it's just like, dude, you are like, this is not cool. You know, you're giving people a bad name. And yeah, man, that's it's a it's a tough, it's kind of like a tough like it's something that it's a good problem to have, right? If I was Dan Locke, this is a good problem to have. Like to have like to be in a situation where you are growing too quick. You're growing so quick that, you know, and he's just like lighting shit on fire and taking the like putting out the fires as you go. And that's the way to do things, honestly. Like nothing is ever perfect. And it's so easy to just sit back and complain, but I do realize like still you have to adapt, right? And so I don't pitch myself as a high ticket closer. I don't even like, I'll be honest, I just want to get to know cool ass people. That's it. That's like me. That's me. Like I like to get to know people. I remember one of my influencers or my clients, he was saying like or potential clients, he's not a client yet, but potential clients, I was like, you know, he was like, I have a lot of cool ideas for you going forward and stuff. We just gotta get things on paper, get some things signed, and then we gotta go. And I was like, cool. You know, I'm looking forward to hearing what you got in the pipeline, but I'm more excited just to hear like just to get to know you better, man. Like I just want to be better friends with you, man. And he's like, yeah, same here. When you have that relationship with people, you know, that's people say don't do business with friends. I tell you, don't do business with friends that you can't communicate with, like on the deepest levels. If you can't talk about the deepest shit that is happening into your business, do not do business with them. Like if you cannot have hard conversations with people, don't do business. Don't do business with them too, right? I love seafood, but he's human too. How do you find influencers? I try and basic job sites in Dallas, but no luck. You sold your Litecoin at the perfect time. Yeah, actually, you know what? That's the one good thing that James Altucher told me to do. He told me to sell my Litecoin, bro. If you had a pitch, how would you do it? Kevin is joining HTC. I see a good idea. Well, before you join, oh wow, I just got like tons of questions. I guess I'm the HTC guy, right? No, I would say like I cannot be that person that asks you to join HTC IC. Just like my HTC video, like I feel like the positioning that I have is just like, hey, if you do join HTC IC, why exactly are you joining it? What exactly is it going to get you? And the truth is, do you need more information or do you need to take more action, right? Is HTC IC going to help you take more action so you get more results? I don't know. That's really a question that you got to ask yourself, right? Some people need more skin in the game, some people don't. You know, like, I mean, I joined because I'm all about lifelong learning, right? But I'm not saying like my decision is great for others, like, because I've talked to other HTC people, they're like, should I join? And like in their case, it didn't make sense, or in other cases, it made complete sense, right? But I mean, to just say, should I join HTC IC is a good idea? what's the end goal? Let's reverse engineer that shit. And do you need HTC IC for that, right? If you had a pitch, how would you do it? I don't know, man. I feel like I should be charging for this. No. If I were to do a pitch, it'd be like something like this. Hey, what's going on? I checked out your video on XYZ, loved it. This is how it affected me. And anyways, I would love to get to know you more. Let's chat. Something like that. Like that's a basic outline. I didn't go into detail about all the things I do, but that's a basic outline that I do. And that will be like thousands of times better than just like, hey, I'm a high ticket closer. I close high ticket packages and whatnot. Like it doesn't, it's like, dude, let's slow your roll. Let's go on a freaking first date first. Let's make sure that we even get along because like, dude, you can close for an influencer, right? But I'm like a more casual type of person, and that's how I actually win a lot of influencers over because, and I'll tell you this, not all influencers are the right fit. Like there's a lot that are not the right fit, and I feel like I'm slowly finding my flow with it, right? But that's where my mentorship comes in is because I help like tweak pitches and I help tweak like get really really specific in people because that's one of my world class talents, man. Personally, I joined HTC IC just for CIB. I haven't watched a single IC video or material yet. CIB was pretty fun. I don't know how it's going to be this year, but last year was really nice and I loved it. It was a really memorable experience. I got to meet my team for the first time. It was great. Dude, what the fuck? Yeah, Steve. CIB was cool, but I don't know if it's going to be cool this year. So obviously, I don't know. We'll have to see. I haven't even booked my ticket for CIB yet. So I'm just waiting for a few more things and whatnot. And yeah, we'll just go from there. CIB is not like my primary target. Like I know I'm just gonna like if I go there, I'm definitely going to collect an award for sure. I know that for sure. I don't say that as cockiness, but I already know I hit some certain milestones with my business and stuff like that. So yeah. Um yeah, dude. I feel like today I've just been going on and on and on about business, man. And it's just like this is kind of cool. Like it started off with Miracle Morning and shit. Um I don't like and here's the thing, I just title things just so that it drives more traffic to my site, but I don't even know. I just love talking about like different aspects about business and life and relationships and shit. Like that just gets me going, man. Oh, bro, my voice is like dying at this point, bro. So let me ask you guys, do you guys have any more questions before I get off soon? I've been streaming for an hour and 12 minutes. So kind of curious what your thoughts are. If you guys don't have anything else, I'm going to hop off. Just get on with my life and start editing more videos. I know this week I've pretty much taken most of the time off. I honestly, yesterday night, I edited like 6 videos or 5 videos. So yeah. I'm not sure if that's like a wave or if it's like a pause type of thing. Thanks, Kevin. Have a good week. Oh, appreciate it, Adrian. Yeah, man, Adrian, let's connect, bro. Like I would love to just connect. I hope you guys who have gotten a lot of value, I hope you guys like subscribe to my channel, you know, because I'm just gonna keep on talking about different things I've learned and different things I experienced. I'm going to be starting up Refugee Hustle again very soon. So subscribe my email list if you haven't already, because who knows what the YouTube landscape, honestly, because you might stop getting my notifications one day. And it's a cool connection where we can just really chat. And I would say the most personal connection that you can get from me is probably my email list, because I do take the time to respond to people. It might take me a little while because I talk to so many freaking people every single day. Uh, it's tough, bro. Like my email inbox, I go through like so many emails a day, and like sometimes people just get it twisted. They're just like, "Oh, Kevin doesn't reply to me." It's like I haven't replied to you yet, right? But I'm on my way. I make sure it's very, 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 very personal. I do my best, but I'm only one guy. I literally take time out of my day just try to add value to people's lives, bro. So I'm good. Mostly here to just listen. Have a good week. Thanks for the streams. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great week. Kill it. And I'll drop some more videos later this week. All right. Talk to you guys later. Peace.